as a lifelong member of the 8th District, I voted for you before, I remember voting for you, and I really do believe that you care about this city. One of the things you mentioned is that part of being a city council person is legislative action. And I'm really curious, since you've been elected in 2007, what legislative action can you, I guess, tell us about that you brought back to the community to help us since then?
Well, legislative action that I've brought back since 2007 has been legislative action that has helped. It hasn't happened yet, but there's a senior building that's going to be built on Frederick Avenue, senior housing, that required legislative action to make it happen. There's been, 2007, specific to the district, there's been, well, there's a difference in legislative action that's district specific is usually tied to projects in the district. So the Uplands redevelopment project required legislative action in order to get that going, which happened. Legislative activity in terms of some of the demolition that's had to take place in the district, though it's not been a lot. So when you talk about district specific, there's not a lot of legislative action in any district that's district specific if it's not tied to a project within that district.
Wow. I think this is an important question that everyone's kind of, glided over. But my question for you, Mrs. Holton, is could you please share the details of your plea deal with the courts?
The details of the plea deal with the courts is a matter of public record.
And you're a public official?
Yes, I am a public official.
Thank you.
The details of the plea deal is that it was a technical.
Why did you have to accept the plea bargain?
I didn't have to accept the plea bargain.
So why did you choose to? Why did you put yourself in a position to have to?
I pled no contest. I pled no contest to a campaign finance violation. And it was a technical violation that occurred because I did not have the invoice. I did not receive the check that exceeded the limits of campaign finance laws. And so when it was uncovered, it was corrected, the report was amended, and that was it. I mean, and so I paid a fine. And so it was a technical mishap that occurred, but not an intentional event. It was an honest, unintended consequence of not having an invoice, not receiving the payment, and it not having been recorded by the treasurer.
Thank you for that question.
All right, it's time now for our closing statements.